What's up, Steeler Nation? This is the Steelers Fanatic here on this beautiful Thursday evening. This is my pre-game video that I normally do to kind of give my predictions. Now, last week, obviously, I was far from right. Um, Pittsburgh's defense, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about last week. Pittsburgh's defense played right into Andy Reid's game plan. They played two deep safeties to try and keep the deep ball from coming, and all they did was get spread out, and then they took the tight end right up the middle. Looks like they watched some Patriots game film from a couple of years ago. We we normally don't have very much success with big tight ends. Unfortunately, that was the same. Offense was a little slow to get going. I've read a lot about people saying, "Well, see, we need Bell. We need Bell." You're down 21 points. Your run game's going to be stagnant. You're not going to use it because you got to make up ground. Now, it did suck to go. It looked like we went 3 and out in those first 3 drives. But, again, you're not going to use your run game when you're down multiple scores. You've got, especially against an offense like what the Chiefs had. Our defense looked terrible. I mean, they did. We stuffed the run game a little bit, and I thought that was going to be our main concern this year, and I thought our pass defense was very good, but apparently I was I was wrong. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert, but it is what it is. But we gave up 6 touchdowns. A lot of your plays were right up the middle. Of course, you did have a couple that went on to the outside, but a lot of them were up the middle. And again, when you play two safeties and you run that cover 2 defense, and you get spread out, you got something right up in the middle. And fortunately, that's what happened. 0-1-1. It's a pretty crappy way to start. I'm not pushing the panic button yet. This team is very capable of winning a lot of games from here on. The offense did well. The game played well. Big Ben played well. No interceptions. 3 touchdowns, 452 yards. Hey, a lot of the silenced a lot of his critics, and of course, a lot of critics come into play with things taken out of context with AB. AB set the media on fire because of a reaction he had to someone saying "trade me," but he wasn't. I didn't panic when I read that. There's just a lot of fans who don't understand how things work. People get reactions. It was just a simple reaction to his. He was upset. He wasn't saying trade me. He was just saying he's better than what he's being put off. Saying that Big Ben was the reason why he's successful. I think in my opinion, they make each other successful. He makes Ben successful. It makes him successful. Leave it at that. So don't buy into the speculation. AB kind of come out today and said he was upset. People took it way too far out of context, which I agree. And then I'm going to leave it at that. He's had issues with social media before, but it shouldn't even been an issue. But of course, the media wants to take it, stir it, make it into something it's not. But that's how people. But see, when the media does that, that's how the media gets all the views and likes, because they want their people's going to be checking in the news all the time, wanting to know what's going on. But anyway, that's over that. Thursday night we played the Buccaneers. Monday night, Fitzmagic's at work again. Fitzpatrick, he's got. I don't know what it is about him that he just places he goes, like the Jets and the Texans and now the Buccaneers. Played for the Bills for a while, but he didn't really have Fitzmagic there like he did the Jets and the Texans. And Lord, who knows where else he played. I remember I watched him when Pittsburgh played him there when he played for the Bengals. Fitzmagic's going on right now, but again, I think it's just a couple games, and it's going to be turning back into typical Ryan Fitzpatrick interceptions. And I don't see why that couldn't happen this week. I do think that this this latest game by the Steelers defense was a fluke. I do think they are so much better than what they put. They just played right into the game plan. Game plan was poor, but the defense is very good. Cam Hayward has come out and said they'll be ready. They'll be ready. I hope so. How do you shut down Fitzmagic? Well, you got Deshaun Jackson, again, fast receiver. You gotta take him out. Then you've got Mike Evans. You gotta take him out of the picture too. So now we've got another dual wide receiver thing we gotta take care of, and hopefully we don't play cover two over the top, and hopefully we can slow him down. The run game, I'm not real sure who the Buccaneers running back is, but it's important too to make sure we get off the field on third down. Third down killed us too. The Chiefs didn't even have very many third downs. I think they only had like 4 third downs, which is terrible. But again, the Chiefs game's over. We're 0-0, getting ready to start playing the Buccaneers. But again, the defense, you got to get pressure on Fitzpatrick. You get pressure on Fitzpatrick, and then you can get him out of his rhythm. You got to get to him before he can see Jackson and Evans in their routes. I don't think we got much pressure on Mahomes. We didn't get much pressure on Mahomes. But of course, he didn't need much time to find an open receiver because we left him wide open. Again, Chiefs game's over. The offense, now they are a very good defense. They've got great linebacking crew. They got a great defensive line and Gerald McCoy. They're going to be tough. It's going to be tough to run on them, but we do need to establish the run. Now our offensive line's aching. Gilbert has been out with his issue. DeCastro's out with his issue. Now thankfully again we've got BJ Finney, who's a very good backup. And it looks like Filer will be taken over if Gilbert gets hurt. It's important to establish the run game. Keep Fitzpatrick off the field. Cannot believe I'm saying that. Establish the run game, and I do think AB is going to have a breakout game. I think he's going to have 150 plus in this game. I do think it's going to be a medium to low scoring game. I do think Pittsburgh. I think our defense is going to come through. They're going to surprise a lot of people, and they're going to shut a lot of people up. A lot of people were kind of getting choppy. You're not great if you don't have hate. That's just the way it is with the Steelers. It just seems to be if they would ever lose a game, it's the NFL fans break their necks trying to get the Steelers to make fun of the Steelers. You're not great if you don't have hate. Establish the run game. Get AB in gear. Juju's playing great football. Hopefully that's going to take some pressure off of AB. But moving into this, I do think the Steelers do last week, but I am actually confident it's because it's more important for the Steelers to win right now than it is for the for the Buccaneers. I think Pittsburgh's trying to get in that win column. 1-1's a cruddy way to start. 0-2-1 would be terrible. It's every win's important. But it's way more important to win now. Way more important. We've got to get in the win column, and I do think we do get in the win column this week. I think they're going to come out of, it's a primetime game, and Ben and AB are primetime and primetime games. I think Ben could have another 300-yard game, but again, you got to establish the run game in order to open the passing game up. Coming of this, I do think, like I said, Pittsburgh comes away with this one 24-14. I think we'll be able to hold Fitzpatrick and the Buccaneers to 14 points because I think defense is going to make a statement in this game. We're getting ready to start playing AFC North football again coming up soon. So 24-14, Steelers win. I'll see you guys Monday. Till then, here we go.